a wolf. It's a man. Yes, it's Killerfang. Ow! What is up, guys? In this video, we'll clear the map, Oaks on the Swamp, as well as Grandpa's location with Killerfang's Loadout. Link of the loadout will be in the description below, and it will be explained in great details, so check it out. We'll also be using bag technique, hit-and-stepback technique, and around the world, so make sure you master those before heading to this map. Now, for the added items, I usually bring 5 berry compress for anti-infection, berry tea for the thirst, and a stack of smoked meat for health regeneration. You may bring a durable set to reduce damage taken from bears, burning Georgie, and blossom. You can mix it with other armors. As long as you have a stack of smoked meat, you'll be fine. Please don't forget to bring your iron axe for oaks and sledgehammer for scraps. Now, the first thing I usually do is kill burning Georgie. We don't want him to spot us, so as soon as possible, we try to take him down. Using bag technique with crossbow should easily kill him and also lessen the damage you take from him. Some of you might question, why not just avoid him? Well, my answer to that is, I do airdrop points C3 map almost every day, so I need them caps. And especially, I'm trying to stack my labels for harder maps beyond checkpoint map. So yes, if you've been watching all my videos, I usually just kill all the enemies. Now, after killing the boar and these couple zombies, we'll deal with infected Georgie and do the same move as we did with the burning Georgie. Usually, I loot the corpses after I killed all enemies in the map, but since we're going to do Grandpa's quest, the corpses will disappear once we go to that location. Now, before dealing with these 3 zombies, you might want to deal with the wolf first, since the wolf can see afar. Once the wolf has been dealt with, you may use cherry picking technique to avoid alerting other zombies. Other than that, you may proceed with sneak attack if they are distant enough from one another. It only takes 2 hits on infectious Austin or Simon if you're successful with sneak attack. We're gonna be checking chests as well to see if they have healing items or anti-infection items that we could use. There are 3 zombies on this area. I usually deal with Georgie first to avoid being spotted by him, and then deal with Bob with hit-and-step-back technique. That is the importance of throwing knife, no star, since it is the cheapest and the most effective way to deal with infectious zombies. As much as possible, we're trying to use less anti-infection items since we will be dealing with 3 routing Shellys, including the one in Grandpa's location. If you're not aware, routing Shelly can easily shoot up your infection rate and cause enemies to swarm you. Now on this area, there will be a wolf and a bear. First, we'll deal with the wolf, and then we'll use crossbow with bag technique on the bear to avoid taking too much damage. Next up, there will be 3 zombies in here. 1 Shelly, 1 Marv, and 1 infectious Austin. If you've been spotted by infectious Austin, Simply hit him with throwing knife and then proceed with spike pad. You can kill Marv with 3 hits if you're able to produce a critical attack, otherwise just end him with throwing knife. After looting the corpses, we'll be heading straight to the center of the map, and in there lies 2 rotting Shelly, Marv, and Simon. We'll lure Simon first, and then get Marv's attention. And then proceed to killing the 2 rotting Shellies with, of course, crossbow bag technique. The sooner she's dead, the better. You don't always have to end them with crossbow. You can also end them with spike pad depending on their health. And after dealing with them, this is the perfect time to use our anti-infection items. Now, we'll be heading near our spawning area and deal with the deer and the wolf to get it out of the way. Next up, we'll be dealing with 2 normal Shellies and 1 Bob. Since Shellies have ranged attacks, we'll try to take out Bob first and lure him out of there to avoid being spotted by them. The usage of Hit-and-Stepback Technique with throwing knife definitely takes a toll on your thirst. This is why we brought berry tea to solve that problem. Now, keep in mind when dealing with Shelly, always end them with throwing knife. This is also in case they try to run away. Now, on the far right corner, we will be dealing with a bear. After that, we'll work our way through to Grandpa. Now you will need to be careful on this area because there will be 2 normal Georgies and 1 burning Georgie. Other than that, there's a boar and the wolf that are also nearby. You may use cherry picking technique or simply use sneak attack. And if you've been spotted, just simply blow a throwing knife and then proceed with spike pad. Make sure you keep your distance first, otherwise you'll be hit twice by Georgie. We'll check this bag real quick and see what's inside. Then you may leave some of your items in there just to make more space for the items we'll be looting from Grandpa's location. If I were you, I would leave my farming tools. Now, before we go to Grandpa's location, I just want to make something clear first. Grandpa is a random event, just like Crash Plane or just like Hunter's Quest in Wild Forest. So in other words, he's not always here. And for the moment that you guys been waiting for, let's get Grandpa. Just make sure you have everything you need before you proceed. Once you're in Grandpa's place, there's no turning back until you die. Now I'm gonna take this time to talk to you guys about a couple of things inside this map. First off, if you guys noticed from the beginning, I brought an extra throwing knife as well as a crossbow. Wait a minute, hold it right there. Killerfang, are you telling us that this is the only thing we need for this map? I heard this map is so hard. So many players died that they rage quit. Well, watch and learn. As soon as you drop on the floor, deal with infectious Austin. And then deal with the other two normal zombies. And then circle around after you heal up. Then try to take out Shelly first, since she's a range attacker. And once she's dead, deal with infectious Simon. Just make sure you move around the middle and don't get stuck in the corner. You don't ever want that to happen, because Bob's aura will surely shoot up your infection rate. Once the others are dead, you can easily deal with Bob. Easy peasy, right? No guns or bows needed. Perfect for free-to-play players like me. Now the red bag on the floor sometimes give you anti-infection items. That is why I only bring 5 berry compress, just in case there is an extra ones. But since we did not get any, that's okay. We won't get infected too much until we reach the end of this tunnel. You know why? Because rotting Shelly is in there. Now we can deal with these zombies easily. Your spike pad will last even if you're above the ground already. Now for this part, remember when I said you can leave your farming tools in the bag before we went in here? It's because there will always be an axe on that table. There are no resources that you can gather here with your farming tools. On this part, you have 2 options. You can either just deal with them with spike bat, or try to lose them and then sneak attack when they're trying to get back to their spot. For rotting Austin or Simon, you can simply hit them with spike bat, or you can also use Hit-and-Stepback Technique since they deal 5 infections per hit. Now, I don't advise using the lift here because that would beat the point of going to Grandpa's location, since you'll end up missing rare items and Grandpa's notes. As for the zombies, you have a lot of options on how to deal with them. From cherry picking to Hit-and-Stepback Technique, or Walking Dead Negan style, and of course, Daryl mode on rotting Shelly. Just be careful since there is a higher chance that the zombies will spot you and then end up ganging on you. Usually, rotting Shelly is at the far corner, but this is much better since we can deal with her right away. As you can see, we are still below 100 in terms of infection rate. I'll explain to you why that is your target in a bit. Once we grab the screwdriver, we'll go back to where we grabbed the axe, and right beside the table there will be a vent, and that's where we'll use the screwdriver. Make sure you grab all the important stuff because there's no turning back. If you haven't finished Grandpa's notes, click the green circle in here. And on the wooden box, there will always be a weapon here, so you don't have to worry about running out of weapons. Now, remember when I said to aim below 100 infection rate? It's because the moment the door opens, the zombies will rush at you and block you and prevent you from running straight to the ladder. Now, this specific wooden box will always give a rare blueprint, so don't miss that out. Always grab the kernels, not for the corns to heal you, but to craft fuel cans. Equip your crossbow right away, cause this will be a big fight. Skip and run away from the horde. Around the world technique will be the best move in here. The first thing you need to do is wait for Blossom to do his AoE. That's the time you'll slowly trim down the enemies. Trying to deal with them all at once, that's gonna be your downfall. Imagine being stunned by Blossom's AoE and then the zombies are just there free hitting you. Bad move. Now for this part, we could use pick and roll technique. That technique will be explained later on my upcoming videos, so stay tuned. You guys probably figured it out, but zombies are not the only ones you can use pick and roll technique with. Now, we're just doing a round the world technique with the combination of bag technique to deal with this pesky Blossom. And that, my friends, is how we do it. One more thing. Make sure you guys save those hazmat suit. Make sure you complete a set, because later on, I will show you why. Now, once you go out of this map, there is no turning back. So make sure you looted everything you needed to loot. And please don't waste Molotov in here. This hole is not spawning zombies. Now, I will skip the farming part of Oak Swamp map and just show you the part where I finished gathering resources already. Now, I hope you guys learned something, and as always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.